best mold remediation services in Houston, Texas. Mold remediation involves the removal and/or treatment of mold from indoor environments such as homes, businesses, or other buildings. Mold thrives in damp or moist conditions and can cause health issues if not dealt with promptly. The process typically involves identifying the source of moisture containing the affected area, removing any mold-damaged materials, and treating the area to prevent further growth. The aim is to create a safe and healthy environment by eliminating all traces of mold and restoring the affected area. Signs of mold growth include visible mold, musty odors, water stains, discoloration on walls or ceilings, and persistent moisture or dampness in areas like bathrooms, basements, and crawl spaces. Mold remediation is a common service in Houston, Texas, due to the hot and humid climate and frequent flooding and water damage. It's essential to address mold growth promptly to prevent health problems and damage to the building structure. Signs of mold growth include visible mold, musty odors, water stains, discoloration on walls or ceilings, and persistent moisture or dampness in areas like bathrooms, basements, and crawl spaces. Mold remediation is a common service in Houston, Texas, due to the hot and humid climate and frequent flooding and water damage. It's essential to address mold growth promptly to prevent health problems and damage to the building structure. When contacting a mold remediation company, an inspection will typically be conducted to determine the extent of the mold growth and its source. A plan will then be developed for removing the mold, which may involve cleaning, disinfecting, and removing affected materials. The coverage of mold remediation services by insurance depends on the specific circumstances of the mold damage. If you notice mold growth in your home or property, it's recommended to call an expert for mold remediation services. Signs of mold growth include a musty odor, visible mold growth on surfaces, water damage, or discoloration of walls or ceilings. Addressing mold growth as soon as possible is important because it can spread quickly and potentially cause health issues for occupants of the property. Mold remediation involves identifying, containing, removing, and preventing mold growth in a specific area. To address a mold remediation issue, it's essential to first identify the extent of the mold growth and the underlying cause of the mold growth. A professional mold remediation expert can perform a thorough inspection and assessment to determine the type and extent of mold present. After identifying the extent of the mold growth, the expert will create a plan to contain and remove the mold from the affected area. This may involve using specialized equipment, such as HEPA air filters, negative air pressure systems, and mold removal solutions to safely and effectively remove the mold.